is well familiar. The Sumo is all about the 1,000 hands technique, 100 hands technique, 100 hands I think it was. So Sumo has some really cool palm striking techniques involved, but they're very much built for purpose. So the purpose of the palm strike is not to knock someone out, hence they don't look like Bas Rutten and Pancrase doing palm strikes. They look like sumo wrestlers doing palm strikes. So the palm strike serves two purposes. It's either to drive someone backwards or to disorientate them while you get a grip to be able to spray them. Okay, that's basically it. So because of that, there's really two primary striking targets for palm strikes in sumo. It's either going to be in the ears to destroy the equilibrium, or it's going to be in the chin to drive him back, possibly knock him out. It's a bonus. Okay? That's pretty much what we're trying to do. The rules dictate that I cannot slap from outside shoulder width. So I can't do this, but I can sort of do that. Okay? So there's short, tight hooks. So actually, when you were talking about before slamming the door, I was like, oh, okay, that's actually, I like that analogy because it's kind of the same thing. To hit the side of the jaw from this range, you can't get a big wind up, so it has to come from here. Okay? So the one I want to focus on, because it is unique to sumo, the tsuparri technique is a continual blitz of palm strikes, and I'm really glad you covered the straight blast before because the footwork is very similar. But essentially what I'm going to do is fall into a squat, just a half squat, so I want my hips lower than his hips because it's still a drive. And I'm going to try to continually hit him under the chin to keep him standing upright while my hips drive him forward. Mm-hmm. Okay? So very similar to what we did before with the pull, except now we're doing it with strikes. So to demonstrate what this looks like without hitting Tommy repeatedly, because this can be very hard for him to follow what's going on, what I'm actually doing is anything done Wing Chun? Did I hear Wing Chun? Chain punching? Reverse that. That's tsuparri. So it's the same thing, but going clockwise. So I'm not doing this.
Do you want to push them up?
Yeah, because if I do this, it's like hitting on the beat. So I'd be like 1 and 2 and 3. So anytime there is a gap between the 1 and the and, there's a space for him to regain his balance. By doing the tsuparri, which is a continual wheel, there's never a chance for him to regain his balance. So it would look like, very, very slowly, boom, 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 boom. Each one hits him under the jaw. He never gets a chance to regain his balance, and he's continually be hitting the jaw, okay, which is disorientating in its own right. Yeah. So, and it's literally in this same line because I'm hitting the same center line from this belt grip because I want to transition at any time from belt to striking or vice versa. All my hands stay inside the whole time, and it literally just looks like this, except my hands are like this. Okay? And the most important part about making it work is my hips are driving. So all the power is getting glutes and hamstrings. That's why you watch sumo wrestlers. Yes, they've got big asses, but they're big, powerful asses. One of my favorite lines is you can't half-ass sumo because your mawashi will fall off. So you honestly, like when you're driving that whole hip power, and with some kettlebell swings or deadlifts, like that power is what makes him go backwards. Mm-hmm. This just keeps him preoccupied. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Why are you going backwards? Different things.
Because if I go forward, it's going down. The force is going downwards.
I think you said something about the beat though.
Oh, okay. So what actually changes here is that I'm not actually retracting. As one's retracting, this one's already hitting. Right. So if I went like this, okay, as this one retracts, there's an opportunity. Okay?
What about if you cycle it?
So that's still the same. But if I go this way, then I'm not compromising his balance backwards. Okay. Yeah. Whereas this way, there's always one hitting him, and he's being pushed backwards and up the whole time.
So when they hit him in the chest, is that because they've missed the jaw?
No, the chest can work too. But yeah, usually the jaw's better. It's also more polite if you hit the chest and slide up to the jaw. Mm-hmm. Again, very nuanced. Yeah.
I'm going to knock you out in the politest way I know.
Yes, pretty much. In amateur sumo, you're supposed to